My name is Amaka Modesta Chike. My name simply means in English, the road is fine. And as soon as I was old enough to understand the meaning of my name, that gave me the courage to keep looking ahead, that whatever is ahead of me is fine. My English name is Modesta. It's a Catholic name, and my father's name is Chike. I graduated from University of Benin as a pharmacist and proceeded to United States of America to do my Doctor of Pharmacy, and I specialize in infectious disease. I currently work with a company called Cardinal Health, where I'm their clinical pharmacist and an ID specialist in a hospital. I work with trauma patients in operating rooms in health. And in that health, I found a niche in prevention. I'm fondly called prevention pharmacist because I try to teach people how to prevent things in life from happening proactively. I'm a prevention strategist. I focus on poverty prevention currently in Africa. And that's why I joined Global Education Drive, where we do 3 basic things to fight poverty. Focused in Nigeria. Why Nigeria? Because Nigeria has become the country with the highest poverty rate in the world. We took over from India in 2018. And in addition to that, the people who are poor are between the ages of 5 and 19. If you think about that, that's our future generation. According to World Bank, if nothing is done, Nigeria will shoot up to go into high 70s by 2030. And what does that mean? It translates to say that our next generation is on the brink of extinction. And why does that matter to everyone in the world? If Nigeria is not stable, the whole world cannot be stable. What happens to Nigeria is directly related to what happens to the black nation all over the world. Not just because Nigeria is the country with the highest population of blacks, but Nigeria is the country with the highest concentration of resources. Nigeria is the country with the highest concentration of very intelligent and skilled human beings. I joined GED because we're looking for ways to help students, empower them, because we know that if we can catch our next generation and empower them to take school seriously, come out of school with a career ready to practice, or go into skill acquisition and all that, or get opportunities to get outside the country to experience what some of us have experienced, they would survive and thrive. I have hope in this country. I have hope in the country that our forefathers has left for us. My prayer is that this generation, my generation and our age group, will not leave a weak country to the next generation. My dream is that we would have a country where we take advantage of our huge human capacity. China did it and they did it so successfully. India did it and they did it so successfully. We don't have to reinvent the wheels. We can learn from what they did and feed it in to fit our local content and transform the Nigeria of tomorrow and change the narrative of the Nigerian story. Corruption is not a human trait, it's an acquired trait. Nobody is born with corruption or any other of those traits that they used to push us down. Just like we acquire it, we can also unacquire that. I hope that this production will help in that light to show that Nigeria is stronger than the world is seeing it, that Africa is stronger than the way the world is seeing us. To also, most importantly, tell the world that it is only us, Nigerians, that can help our own. To teach our people how to fish instead of giving them fish. To teach them how to be self-sustainable instead of constantly looking for employment. I believe we can do this, each and every one of us. Thank you. I joined Global Education Drive because of their mission, their vision, and the legacy they have set out to leave for the world. They're not just focused in Africa, they're all over the world. South America, India, Asia. But the focus is on Nigeria now because of the economic situation in Nigeria and Nigeria's poverty status in the world. GED does 3 things that captured me as a person and tells the story of who I was growing up, as I passionately clung onto it. Number 1 is their Best Student Award. When I was growing up, my school principal put up that award for every student that will be able to take the first position from the person who is currently ranking first. That was me. It motivated not just me as the highest ranking student in my class, and we were the first pioneers of the school. It motivated more students to do better. We realized that just that initiative alone propelled a lot of students to compete among themselves on who can read better and who can come up best ranking in class. I still believe that that single initiative was the reason why when he transitioned us from doing NECO to WAEC, my classmates and myself did well. When we interviewed the MD of ESBS the other day, he also told the story of how a similar award program motivated him while he was doing his master's. And the program is still in place. Now what GED is doing is they instituted that same award program in select pilot schools in Enugu State. What do they want to achieve? They want to motivate the students from SS1 to SS3 to do their best. Why did we pick SS1 to SS3? Because in SS1, that's when you begin to think about career. That's when you begin to think about who you want to be. In SS1, that's where you capture them to get involved, not just in academics, but in extracurricular activities that will help them come out as well-rounded students and as well-rounded human beings. In SS1 and 2, GED also helped expose them to international exams in addition to JAMB. That also got my attention because if not, someone did not give me 45 naira to buy JAMB film, I will not be standing here today talking about who I am and what I have become by the grace of God. GED is also doing the same thing in schools, helping students that cannot afford to take an entrance exam, giving them that little money they need to take JAMB, to take international exam, so that they can qualify for all kinds of opportunities and scholarships that's all over the place. And what our people don't realize is that most of these scholarships are non-discriminatory, meaning that the fact that you're a Nigerian and you're a bright student, you get the same chance as an American. Of course, they have some indigenous scholarship, but a lot of them are open to anyone who is willing to work hard and do well in exams. The next thing GED is doing that is at the core of what I believe will move Nigeria forward is their career and skill empowerment programs or training programs. Currently, the economy of this country sits on government. It's government driven. If government doesn't cough, nothing happens in Nigeria. It sits on the oil, the only source of revenue that we have. Most other developed nations, take China, take India, take United States, is entrepreneurship driven. What does that mean? It means that it is the prosperity of each individual person that is doing well that adds up to the prosperity of the whole country. If we can get our people to pick up skills, choose the right careers from school, and do well, I believe that we will begin to empower each and every, create millionaires and billionaires, pockets of them in most families. And at the end of the day, we will have a nation that is wealthy, not government-driven, but individual-driven, entrepreneurship-driven. So I'm excited about that, and that's another last, not because it's the least, it's actually the one that drives the core of who I am, even till this day. GED offers what we call family unit education. That means that for every family unit in Nigeria, GED goal is to empower every family unit in Nigeria with an empowered graduate by the year 2050. And it's possible. That's our tagline, meaning that if we embark on it and Nigerians join, we can get that done. Why is that important? Most families that has an empowered graduate, statistics show that they have a way of getting themselves out of poverty. I am a living example. My senior brother died, so by default, I became the first person in my family, the first graduate in my family, first generation graduate. The whole of our generations, starting from my parents and everyone, no one has ever graduated. And what did that do for the family? Let me just talk about the family. We was 8 of us and 7 of us living. The remaining 6, most of them went to school. Most of them are not just empowered, are all living all over the world. And we don't consider my family anymore as part of that poverty strata. The next thing is how GED plans to do this is to pick out families that don't have a graduate in them. And remember, we said empowered graduates. They didn't just go to school. If they are in school, they are from SS1 to SS3. We help guide them to choose the best careers that will help them get their family out of poverty, to choose the best skills that will help them get their family out of poverty, to choose the best approach, and to remember that they are not doing the trip alone. They have luggage behind them. And Nigeria, 48% of people living in extreme poverty, we believe that number will begin to drop as soon as most families begin to have empowered graduates. That 48%, our goal is to drop it down to as low as possible so that Nigeria will get out of that poverty strata. That will change the narrative of the Nigerian story. That will change the narrative of the Nigerian citizen. So that wherever you are, whether you're in Nigeria or all over the world, you can proudly say, yes, we did it. China did it. They capitalized on their human resource and transformed China today. India did it. They capitalized on their human resource and changed India. And at GED, we believe that it's possible. Nigeria can also do it. We don't need to reinvent the wheels. We can take a clue, because success leaves clues. We'll take a clue from the people that have done it successfully, and we can get it done. Right now, we're working with pilot communities, pilot schools, and we're encouraging people to help, because we believe in the power of Nigerians, and Nigeria can help their own. Thank you.